Yeah, I thought we came out pretty slow a little bit. We took them not for granted, but they play a different style of basketball, so we had to pretty much dirty the game up like they did. You know, it was a pretty fast-paced game. We just had to adjust, and we came out with the victory.
Seemed like once you guys made that little bit run there in the middle of the first half, you kind of got ahead. It seemed like you guys just were able to keep them at bay, kind of. I mean, they made runs on you, but you were able to keep them at bay. Just answering
For the majority of the game, I mean, they was pressing, so we was just trying to adjust. I mean, there's no plays you could really call for the way they was playing defense. We just got to play ball, I mean, and we tried to go on a little run, and they countered it, and then we just kept trying to go on the runs, and we did, and we came out the victory. So.
Remember that first half, you had a little stretch where you got kind of hot. You're feeling it like that? You just kind of like, hey, give me the ball, I want the ball?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, all my life I've been pretty much a scorer, so, I mean, if I see one or two go in, I mean, it's a pretty good day for me because all I need is the ball, and I could do what I do.
So what was it like out there? You got half the team hurt, the other half sick. It seems like, I mean, you guys were facing some adversity.
We got a lot of tough-minded guys. The coaches just keep pushing that we going through a lot this season as far as injuries, and just keep playing. I mean, next man up. I mean, you see guys like Quinn stepping up, Diogo stepping up. Crew came in and gave us some good minutes at the point. Julian, all those guys just step up and try to win. I mean, we basketball players. We really don't have no position. Just be basketball players.
What was really difficult about their press? There was a couple of times you guys seemed to struggle with it a little bit more than others. Was it just like their tenacity, or what was it?
I don't think that it was that difficult, but I think that we was trying the wrong things. I think we was trying to run plays and trying to get set, and the way they was running their defense, it was no way that you could play like that. So it was pretty much just, I mean, up tempo. If you can't get a layup, come out, pick and roll, go back down, try to score, you know, kick out. It was that type of game. I mean, no sets was really called the whole game for us.
You guys ready for conference play now? I know you get a little break, and you come back and get ready for Mountain West play.
It's been a struggle this season for us as far as like injuries and stuff. We wanted to go into conference play with a winning record over 500. So I feel like we are ready for conference play, and we just getting better. I mean, it's December still. We want to get to February and be the best we could be.
Anything else?
Just real quick, one play I kind of saw that you like really excelled with tonight was when you came off the ball screen, took the ball going straight into a drive. You had several hand-one opportunities, I believe, off of that, and then you also had the kick out to point around the corner. Is that like one play that you're like really comfortable that you really like going to get the offense a bucket?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wish that I could get that more often within our sets and stuff. I mean, I don't like to reminisce on the past teams I had, but I mean, I was a very versatile player. I mean, came in before I got here. I was playing 1, 2, 3, and 4 sometimes. So, I mean, I pretty much can do any and everything he asks of me.
Did you guys talk about free throws at halftime at all?
Yeah.
Shocking turnaround.
He came in and told us about the free throws. The first half, I mean, we shot, 47% it was from free throws, and he made an emphasis on that, and we sit around, we work on free throws constantly, so we tried to come in and seal the game with free throws. I mean, that's all we can do.
I think going into this game, we knew that Youngstown State was going to kind of make the game a little ugly with all the defenses that they run. Their offensive sets, they run a lot of different things, run 5 out. So we knew the game was going to be kind of an uglier game. But I feel like we played well on the offensive end. We definitely had times on the defensive end where we weren't playing as hard, but we kind of figured that out. And finish out the game. I mean, it's good to close out a game. I think it was kind of close there at the end, and we just started pulling away, so that's always good.
Questions?
Was it kind of an exhausting game? I mean, they never let up, it felt.
Yeah, I think with teams that press, at times your pace kind of gets messed up. We haven't played against a team like that really, so we're used to kind of setting up our pace. So if we want to run, the point guard's going to run or kind of slow it up. But with pressure, kind of messes with our pace a little. But I feel like we were able to handle their pressure pretty well.
So what's it like when you're out there and you're the only big man and the 4 guards right now?
It's basketball today. I mean, I feel like everyone on our team has guard skills. We're definitely right now at the forward spot just because of some injuries. We're a little short on the depth chart, but I feel like everyone stepped up and played hard. I mean, Sam Merrill was out there playing the 4 some. Dwayne even took minutes of the 5 when I went out. So everyone just was ready to step up and play.
Were you with the Iron Man? 35 minutes left, 37 9. I'm sure everybody loves to play basketball, but it's good to get a breather now.
Yeah, I mean, tonight I felt pretty well. I mean, I feel like Coach prepared us, and everyone was pretty fresh, moving really well. So, yeah, it's good to be able to get some breaks, but that's what the team needs right now because Alex is out and Clay. So as long as that is, we're going to be ready to step up and play all the minutes we need to.
We've had a lot of games this season that it's been different guys that have like stepped up a lot of the time. Is that something you guys think is a strength of the team, or you guys like to see a little bit more just to really know where points are coming from?
I think it's a strength since we've had to overcome a lot of different injuries. We've had a lot of games where different people weren't suited up, and I think in each of those games someone has stepped up, and that's going to help us down the line in conference, I feel like, because once we're actually fully healthy, anyone playing is someone who can contribute, and they've proved that to themselves, to the coaches, and to the players, so it'll be good.
Yeah, I was just gonna have a comment on your 4 blocks tonight. Is that one of your favorite things to do? Just getting a nice block, or do you like scoring or rebounding more?
I think I'd rather take a charge than a block. I'm usually try to get more charges, but I was just able to kind of be in position to get some blocks tonight, and thankfully I didn't foul him because you never know. But yeah, I mean, anything that I can do to help our team be blocks, rebounds, or anything, I'm gonna go my hardest and try to do it.
When Isby gets going like that, I mean, he's just kind of seemingly effortless offense at times.
Mm-hmm.
How big of a look was that tonight?
It was good. I mean, coaches kept telling us that we could drive by them. We could get anything we want on offense, and it's always good when someone's rolling like that and they can kind of take the pressure off because they were trying to speed us up, but D'Lo kind of plays at a slower. He's not real quick, but it's more methodical, and that was good. I mean, they weren't able to speed him up, and he was able to be very effective tonight.
You guys are ready for conference play?
Definitely. I mean, that's our only goal is now looking forward to the 27th home game here, and we're gonna get a little break right now, but then we'll come back. I think Christmas Eve we have practice and go hard.
You mentioned that it was kind of don't always know when the refs call a foul or not. Tonight, teams combined for 47 fouls called. Do you guys feel that you've adjusted to the refereeing this season, or is it still kind of a process that you're still kind of feeling out what they're calling, what they're not?
I feel like we're still adjusting, or not adjusting. We know how it's called, but it's hard to play defense at this level. I mean, you got to show your hands, and people are good players. You got to kind of respect them, and you can't hand check, you can't do anything. So you got to be really sound defensively, and that's a hard thing to do. Play 40 minutes of sound defense. So I think that's why there's a lot of fouls called.
Anything else?
Proud of our guys for hanging in there and getting to the halfway point at 7-6. I mean, it's hard for me to imagine that anybody in the country's dealt with what we've dealt with in the first 13 games, between travel and between injuries and sickness and everything else that we've dealt with. So we're a tired group, mentally, physically, need a break. Our guys get 2 or 3 days off here, and and we need it badly. So had a couple of good individual performances. Quinn Taylor was active on the boards, converted some scoring opportunities, protected the rim. Thought he was really good. Dwayne Brown, same thing, very efficient performance. D'Angelo Isby came in and scored the ball off the bench. He's becoming quite proficient doing that, and some other guys filled in and did some things. So defensively, not up to our standards. Not happy with that part of it at all. Offensively, you look at the stat sheet, and percentages aren't bad. Missed a few too many open threes, but again, the free throw line in the first half, the game probably should have been over at half. I think it should have been about a 50 to 26 game at a half and game over. But they give them credit. They came out, hit some tough shots, were very determined, and kind of started feeling a little bit. And they're looking for a win. They're a desperate team, and that's always dangerous when you give a team like that a little bit of life by kind of letting them get off to a strong start, not converting free throws when you get fouled. But the second half, we finally got a feel for that. Their pressure was so strong out that all we had to do was go by them or back cut or get the ball past the first line of defense, and really you were shooting layups or open threes. So we figured that out late and ended up hanging in there.
Questions? So who all was sick?
Julian Perry is coming off sickness. Kobe McEwen is coming off sickness, and Diogo Brito is coming off. Yeah.
Do they all have the same thing?
No, all different. All different.
And then Sam played really tough too with his wrist.
Yeah, Sam is battling a right wrist injury, and he's got the thing taped so tight that he can almost not shoot the ball from 3-point range. He's it alters his release, and he had 2 or 3 good looks early, but it's almost like he's fighting the tape to shoot the ball. So that's no way to have to play, but he's toughing it out and figured out a way to contribute and passed it well, guarded well. Thank goodness he's on our side.
We got within a point. I thought really struggling offensively. I thought D'Angelo hit a shot that kind of got you guys going.
Yeah, D'Angelo, really both halves, I thought, kind of stemmed the tide a couple of times and was really, key in terms of he's the type of player that if you're going to spread the floor and not give his man any help, he's a natural enough scorer where he's going to spin and hang and figure out how to get the ball in the basket. And he did a great job of that.
Did you do a pep talk at halftime on free throws? Because it seemed like it was a different team in the second half.
I've tried that before, and I did not say a word about it, if I remember correctly. Tried not to say a word about it, in this half. And, they know. They know. They've been shooting it better. They've been shooting it better. And we shot more free throws today in shoot-around than we normally do. So I cannot figure it out.
Some players talk about how just kind of it was a dirty game. Youngstown State, their defense wasn't really something you could really run a ton of plays against. What are the lessons you can take away from this game about the way they play, since it's not going to be kind of the style game that you're going to see that many times?
Well, and we actually talked about about that today and yesterday in practice, and I didn't know honestly how much we'd be able to run. I thought we would see changing defense between man, between zone, different kinds of presses, but I thought once we got to the half court, we would be able to run our stuff, and it turned out where we could hardly run anything. We tried early, and we could hardly run anything. So basketball a lot of times comes down to making basketball plays where they're not scripted plays. You have to make plays. And, sometimes when as a player or as a team you have to do that and you can't rely on any of your crutches or your pet actions to score, maybe it helps you in the long run when you get into those situations again. And not that we're going to play a team early that plays that style, but it's good for your team to have to play against different scenarios. And obviously, we figured that one out late.
Considering all the injuries, do you feel good about what your team's been able to do and where they're at right now?
Yeah. I feel good that we are 7-6. I just keep going back to I think we've let a couple of games slip away. When you lose 3 close games and you miss 11, 12, and 13 free throws in those games, and you're still in the game, but you end up losing. And I'm talking about Portland State, Valpo, and BYU. It's just hard for me to look back and not think that we let a couple get away. And yet we are, what we are. We're 7-6. And so I'm not as concerned about that as I am about moving forward, getting our team back, and I still don't know what Clay Stahl's status is going to be for the whole conference season. I think Alex Dargington is a little bit ahead of schedule. I think we'll have him back for San Jose. Brock Miller's still close to a month out, and that's frustrating. That is frustrating to feel like that we just don't have our team where we thought we would have our team, and yet we got to move forward. We got to find out where Clay is and what's going to happen there. We know what Brock's situation is. We've got to get Alex back, and then we've just kind of got to recharge a little bit. So I guess the answer to your question is yes, I feel good. I wish I felt a little better.
So was Henson just ineffective tonight, or just not?
He's not 100%. He didn't practice Monday at all. Practiced about half the time yesterday. He's got the high ankle sprain. He's got pain in his knee, no structural damage, and he didn't get in the first half at all, and really not a game that he's ready to play in, to be quite honest. And the fact that he's not 100% to go along with that, it just kind of turned out to be what it was.
Anything else?
Real quick, Quentin Taylor's performance past couple of games has kind of been one of the few players that's been constant. You can expect this out of him. You expect him to do this dirty work or whatever. It's kind of talk about, with all the injuries that are happening so far in the season, how important it is to have a guy like that that's been able to be as consistent as he's been.
Yeah, Quinn he's been a lifesaver. He actually, our plan was actually to start playing him almost exclusively at the 4, and he played really well in the Utah game, played almost all 4, and then Clay goes down. So the fact that he can play both spots and just go back and forth, guys in the past, Spencer Nelson was able to do that, Nate Harris was able to do that, where you could just play him with any other big guy on your roster because they could just flip back and forth. Ty Wesley could do that. That makes a guy so valuable to you as a coach to not have to worry about who you're subbing in. Quinn can move to the other spot, and it's seamless. I mean, he doesn't make many mistakes at all at either spot, and his basketball IQ is just so high that he is a guy that you always want on your team, just because he can do so many things. And Sam Merrill is the perimeter equivalent to that. Sam plays the 2, Sam plays the 3. Sam jumped in Monday and had to start playing the 4 in practice to be ready for tonight. I mean, what else can you ask of a guy, and what else can you ask of Quinn Taylor? So thank goodness those guys have stayed relatively healthy by our standards. And, Quinn wears a walking boot all week, and Sam tapes his wrist up to where he can't bend it. But we consider those guys healthy. So there you go.